Now, more with Preston and Steve on 93.3 WMMR.
By the way, I need to thank our police officers, Jason and Billy from Montgomery County. That we cannot say where they're from, Montgomery County. They're also known as 62-135 and 54 Gina.
54 Gina.
That's what I was told.
Hey.
No, 54-256.
Definitely broken.
Did you break it, Lauren?
Lauren,
she broke her breathalyzer.
No, it's saying the same thing, 0.01.
No, that can't be
that
right.
can't be.
No.
But I think because I just ate food.
Yes,
that.
food actually reverses your drunk.
Right.
She sounds like a
Come on.
0.01.
Yeah.
Lauren, you had 2 bites of a cookie, by the way.
I know, but still, I might have done something.
Sure, yeah.
Threw it and thrown it off, probably.
Well, these are the roadside ones, which are not quite as,
Wait, it just went up.
It just went up. Yeah, well, what the deal is, and it's a good thing, is that, before you go home, if you've been out drinking, have a chocolate chip cookie. It'll completely reverse
all effects of alcohol.
What is the legal limit for the state of PA?
0.08.
0.08.
To drive a vehicle, 0.08. And that's buzzed, right? I mean,
that can be one drink.
Yeah, it can be. But to really have a good buzz cooking is, like a 0.15, something like that. When you hit the 2s, you're drunk.
But I had 2 drinks and 2 shots.
2 drinks and 2 shots?
For me, that's pretty good.
You weigh 15 pounds, so that has to go right to you.
And Kyle, do we have you know what we never do? We never take a tally on how much people are drinking.
You can't keep track with him.
Yeah,
I guess so.
Whoa!
Do you have any?
Because it's so little? Is that
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Do you have any idea how many you've had?
A couple.
Just a couple.
Yeah.
Just had
Just hanging out.
3 or 4 beers, couple shots.
4 beers.
Something like that.
4 beers and 2 shots.
2 shots for Kyle.
Yeah. All right, so Kyle has
I would definitely pass the test.
3 shots.
0.04 is what Kyle's
Lauren,
at so far.
you just said, now, are you over the legal?
It just says 00.
See, you know what? She
That's
can't
effed
even.
up.
Well, she
I might not be doing it right.
she keeps breaking it every time.
She laughs, and then the little plastic tube falls off.
The guy tells me he has to stick it in my butt.
Yeah, and then that's not the right way to do it, Lauren.
All right, so anyhow,
Get it off.
you can go to the webcam at WMMR.com and take a look at these 2, and we'll be doing some. We'll definitely be doing some contests you'll want to see, as well as here. So we'll get to that in a little bit. All right, while we're getting set for our next one, let's do the B file. Here we go.
WMMR presents Preston and Steve's Bizzaro File.
All right. Bizzaro File this morning is brought to you by Adventure Aquarium. Discover an underwater world filled with fascination at Adventure Aquarium on the Camden waterfront. Buy and print your tickets at adventureaquarium.com. We'll start with this. Let me see here. A couple in China is seeking help for their 2-year-old son who smokes at least a pack of cigarettes a day.
He's 2 years old?
2-year-old son smokes a pack of cigarettes every day.
How did he start?
Tong Lang Lang was
I needed to lose weight.
Was allowed to start smoking by his father more than a year ago to help control pain for a hernia with which he was born, but now his parents are saying that the habit has gotten out of control.
Yeah, I mean, of course you figure, you want to moderate the amount of cigarettes your 2-year-old is smoking.
Yeah, the father said
they let it get away from them.
That he let the toddler smoke because he is too young to have an operation to fix the hernia, but they say that the problem has gotten too far.
What an awesome medical system over there.
How about this? A man. This is in England. A man who gave himself a do-it-yourself circumcision using nail clippers. Was taken to the hospital for emergency treatment. The wound was disinfected to cleanse it before he was given a bed in an observation ward.
Some men, they have so much heat and intensity in their penis.
A medic said this is something we would advise men never to attempt.
No. Use a Swiss Army knife.
The results can be quite horrific and long-lasting and have quite an effect on a man's sexual performance. And a medic also said using a pair of nail clippers has caused excruciating pain, even if he had a few drinks beforehand.
It says it right on the package, not to be used for circumcision.
That's right. And actually, it's one of the things we're going to do today for Drunk Day. So, Kyle, get yourself ready. We'll get the clippers.
Yeah.
All right. A passenger stripped naked during a U.S. Airways flight and resisted a flight attendant's efforts to cover him up with a blanket before two off-duty cops on board subdued him and handcuffed him.
Well, he just wanted to feel comfortable.
Keith Wright, who is 50 years old, was taken into custody after he disrobed while sitting in the back of Flight 705 on Tuesday evening.
I air out my sack.
The plane was carrying about 148 passengers from Charlotte to Los Angeles. Wright is said to have told the FBI that he was bipolar. Though that explains it, right? Then
they thought he said Polish.
No, and then he punched and kicked the flight attendant who asked two off-duty officers.
It's okay, he's Polish.
For help. So
no, bipolar. Oh!
A 28-year-old St. Louis man is recovering after being thrown off the Poplar Street Bridge into the Mississippi River. The man's name has not been released, and authorities were called Saturday night after witnesses reported seeing two men throw another man from the bridge. The victim was found about 10 minutes later, about 3 miles downstream.
I'm okay!
He's hospitalized with minor injuries. Here's the deal. He told police he had been drinking with two men earlier in the day on the Illinois side of the river. As the three drove across the bridge, the other two men stopped the car and just threw him off.
Yeah.
The victim told police he had been passed out. So the guy was asleep, and these are his friends, and they just decided to chuck him. Dude, and I've been across the Poplar Street Bridge. It's like throwing somebody off the Walt Whitman Bridge.
No kidding, and he survived.
To the river, yeah. The victim told police that he had passed out before being thrown into the water. He said he has known the men for about 3 months, but does not know their names.
College!
One more quick story.
That was Kyle Jackson.
A would-be thief made the worst mistake in his career in Australia after breaking into the house of a retired army boxer. Gregory McCallium, 23 years old, was in court Friday with a black eye and a fat lip after he was busted and subsequently bashed by 71-year-old Frank Cordy.
Jesus.
Yeah, Mr. Cordy said that he was woken in the middle of the night by noises in his house and was confronted by the knife-wielding McCallum, who then went in to investigate. He said McCallum took a slash at him, but Mr. McCordy ducked and threw two big right hooks. Mr. Cordy knows how to throw a right hook. He was famous for it as a featherweight in the Royal Engineers. The blows almost knocked McCallum out, and it allowed Mr. Cordy to perform a citizen's arrest and wait for the police. McCallum's lawyer told the court that his client looked like a car accident. So even at 71, he
still had it.
Kicked this 23-year-old's ass. And there you go. That's your B-File.